What's going on, Kipsters? How we doing? Mr. A here, coming at you again with just a real short video. Today we're going to cover this on October 2nd, okay? Still with our measurement, still with our benchmarking tools, our number lines, our meter sticks, our rulers, our centimeter cubes. But we're going to use all that information. We're going to use rulers and our number lines to solve word problems. So it's going to be a lot of RDW, read, draw, write. We're going to solve about 4 problems, and I'm going to help you through the exit ticket. Here is the first problem. Okay? All right. Slide this out of the way just a little bit. It goes like this. Bill the frog jumped 7 centimeters less than Robin the frog. That's our first sentence. Bill the frog jumped 7 centimeters less than Robin the frog. Bill jumped 55 centimeters. How far did Robin jump? So we need to know what the Robin distance is. We need to know how far Robin jumped. I'm going to start with my 2 letters. Now we already did the read part of the problem, so I'm going to check that off. That's the R. And I'm going to continue to come back and read that problem over and over and over until it becomes really, really clear exactly what they're asking for. We're looking for how far Robin jumped. Let's start with 2 letters. First letter is B for Bill. Second letter is R for Robin. Okay? Bill the frog jumped 7 centimeters less than Robin. Alright, so we know that Bill is going to be less than Robin. Robin's is going to actually be a little bit bigger, okay, because it says Bill the frog jumped 7 centimeters less. 7 centimeters less than Robin the frog. And Bill jumped 55 centimeters, okay? Now, this difference right here, you can see the size of Bill's box and the size of Robin's box. You know that Robin jumped further. 7 centimeters further. So this little distance, I'm going to put this line because this right here shows the same as 55. And I know that the difference was 7. 7 centimeters less than Robin. Okay? Let's figure this out. So I need to figure out how far Robin jumped. So I know 55. And I need to add it to my 7. So 55 plus 7. And we need to figure out what that is equal to. Now when I see 55, I know that's very close to one of my partners at 10. Using our Reckon Rack, I know that this would be 5 and this would be 5. So 5 and 5 make 10. Now if I'm looking at my ones column, right here, if I'm looking at my ones column, I'll switch to a black so you can see what I'm talking about. Right here, I'm at a 5. With all my work with our Reckon Rack and partners of 10, I know that 5 and 5 make 10. And we're trying to get to that friendly number. So here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to break apart my 7. I'm going to pull 5 out. And I'm going to leave left over with our 2. Okay, now I pull my 55 down and I add it to my 5. Oh, that's what we were just talking about. That's our partners of 10. So 55 plus 5, that makes 60. And now we have 60 and we need to add it plus our 2. 60 plus 2 equals 62. Am I done? This is the draw part. I finished the draw, but I have not done the sentence. I have not written the sentence. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm just going to switch to a purple, and I'm going to put how far did Robin jump? Robin jumped 62 centimeters. So if you only put 62, you're not exactly right. We need to make sure we put 62 centimeters and we box it up. Did I finish? I'm close, but I did not finish. And you know why? I didn't put a punctuation mark on my sentence. Okay? So read, draw, write. Let's slide this back out of the way. Read, draw, write. There's the problem, and there's our answer. If you'd like, you can box it at the very, very end. Okay? Remember, you can pause the video if you need to. We use breaking it apart. We used a number bond for our 5 and our 2 to make 7. We worked to make a friendly number. Remember, friendly numbers have the 0 on it. And we boxed our final answer. Nicely done. Okay? Alright, that's our first little application problem. Now, these next few problems, we're really going to get into using our ruler. Okay? I'll clear the board. And I'm going to turn it into our next problem, okay? So let's clear this out of the way. Give us a clean space to work. Very proud of you for finding clean working areas. Okay, here we go. This is just simply a ruler, okay? You'll notice that the ruler starts at 1 and it goes up to 17. But where do our lines start and stop at, okay? Our lines, I'm going to use a black just to help. Let's look at A. This endpoint is lined up right with which number? If I look at my ruler and I line it up, it is lined up with, looks like 6. So it starts at 6 and it goes to 14. So we need to figure out how far it is from 6 to 14. Okay, so from 6 to 14. So the way I want to do is I want to put the 14 number first. And we're trying to find the difference. Now we've talked about the difference is always meaning subtraction. 14 minus, what number did it go to? It went to the 6, so 14 minus 6. We got to figure out what that equals. The way I'm going to do it is like this. I'm going to break it apart. Here's my 10. Here's my 4. I'm going to minus my 6 first. 10 minus 6 equals 4. And now I need to add my other 4 and add it to put it back together. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Okay, so line A, it started at 6 and it went to 14. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It made a total of 8. So line A, I'll use my black marker. Line A was 8 centimeters long. 8 centimeters long. Line B. Line B starts at what number? It looks like it starts at 2. I'm going to put the end point right there. Remember, end points are the start and the stop. I'm going to put my 2 at the first end point. And it looks like that goes all the way up to 11. 2 to 11. Now this one right here, we went 14 minus 6. And that helped us get 8. This one, we need to do 11 minus, what's my lower number? 2. 11 minus 2, let's slide it out of the way. I'll use my whiteboard just again. Difference, we're always looking for subtraction. So what's the difference? 11 minus 2. Let's break this apart into our tens. So I'm going to go 10. I have 1. 10 minus 2. Those are partners of 10 if you need a reckon rack. 10 minus 2. 1, 2. How many's left? 5, 6, 7, 8 is left on this side. And then I need to add it back together. 1 plus 8, add it back together. 1 plus 8 equals 9. Box it up. So go back to my problem. This line is a total of 9 centimeters long. Now you might think it's 11 centimeters long because it ends at the 11, but it's not. Because you have to remember where it starts at. It starts at the 2. The same thing with line A. You might think it goes to 14 and that's the end of it. But look where it starts at, okay? So if you have your line segments that start at different parts of your ruler, we always take the bigger number first, and we subtract it by the smaller number, the 6 and the 2. Bigger number, take away the smaller number. There you go. Now it says, together, line A and B is how long? So A and B. A and B. So here's what we need to do. Line A. We knew line A was how many centimeters? Yep, 8 centimeters. Plus, line B was 9 centimeters. 8 plus 9, let's do the math. Let's just draw pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? If you like drawing pictures and that's easier for you, go for it. We want to solve it any way we possibly can. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to circle my group of 10. So that right there is a total of 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is my 7. So that basically was 10 plus 7 equals 17 centimeters long if I put both of my lines together. So A and B is 17 centimeters. Centimeters is already written. I didn't need to write it. Okay. Now, next question. Line A is how many centimeters longer or shorter than B? Let's clear the board. Let's give us some room to work. Line A was how long? Line A we knew was 8 centimeters. And line B was 9 centimeters. Now I can't go 8 minus 9 because remember what we talked about. The bigger number is going to go first. So 8 taken away from 9. So it's 9 minus 8. 9 minus 8, if you like using the reckon rack, that's simple. We'll put 9 on one side and we're going to take away 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many's left? 1 centimeter. So A is 1 centimeter. Is it longer or is it shorter than B? A is 8, B is 9. So you know that A is 1 centimeter shorter. And you would circle the shorter. 1 centimeter shorter. Alright? Again, we're using rulers and number lines because they're kind of like the same thing to solve word problems. The first one with the frogs, that was a word problem. Now this is with our number line and our ruler. Here's our next problem. Oh my goodness. Mr. Agnew, look at all that writing. That's okay, let's break it down. Let's break it into parts that we can work with. Smaller chunks. Here we go. Alright. I'm going to highlight the information as we read. A cricket jumped 5 centimeters forward and 9 centimeters back. And then it stopped. If the cricket started, it started at 23 on the ruler, where did it stop? So if it started at 23, where did it stop? Now if you're using a number line, that's perfect. So we said it started at 23. So here's 20, 21, 22, 23. This is where it started, right at 23. Let's circle where it started. Started at 23. Where did it stop? Okay, let's go back and reread. You have to reread and reread and reread. A cricket jumped 5 centimeters forward. Okay, so forward is like plus. Forward is plus. It's going to go that way on our number line. The numbers are going to get bigger. If they say back, that's like saying minus. That means the numbers go this way. 9 centimeters back, 5 centimeters forward. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to start on my 23, because that's where it said it started. We go from 23, 5 centimeters forward. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right there we did 23 plus 5, and that landed on 28, but we're not done. Then it says 9 centimeters back. So now I have to do 28 minus 9. 9 centimeters back. Okay? Let's switch colors just so it's easier to tell my forward and my back. I went forward in orange. I'm going back in red. In fact, I'll use purple so it looks a little bit different. Going back 9 in purple, not red. Okay, start at 28. We got to go back 9. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And back 9. So what do we finish on? We finished on 19. 28 minus 9. If you don't trust your hops, you can always double check with your math. I know that 9 is very, very close to 10. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out 10 on this side. And I have 18 on this side. If I pull one of the 10s, I have 10 here, 18 here. 10 minus 9. That's easy. That's 1. And now we have to add it back. 18 plus 1 equals 19. Is that what we got? Yep, we double checked, okay? So forward plus goes this way. The numbers get bigger. We hopped forward in our orange, and then we hopped back with our purple, and we went all the way back to 19. So show your work on the ruler and put your number sentence. That's what part we did not put. Number sentence. I'm going to put it all the way on the very, very bottom right here. So we started at 23 plus 5 forward, and then we minused 9. So 23 plus 5, and then minus 9. Okay? Your number sentence could look like this, or it could look like this. And then finally you would get equals 19. Okay? Nice. That's our second word problem. Good work. Let's turn the page. Here we go. Next one. All right. Let's clear our spots. I like this problem. This is coming up. This is a cool problem right here because I like all the shapes. Let's read it really close. Let's see what we got. Each of the parts of the path are 4 units long. What is the total length of the path? Each of the parts are 4 units. So I'm going to put each are 4 units. Each are 4 units. What's a unit? It could be anything. We've been using centimeters. In the beginning we used coins. It could be a meter stick. Whatever unit you decide. But units is the distance of measure. Okay? Each unit is 4. So from here to here is one of the sections. Then we make a turn, another turn, all these little sections from one stretch to the next. Okay? I'm going to put my endpoints on all my corners just so I can really see the different sections. One section, let's label it 4. Next section, 4. Next section, 4. 4. Across, 4. This little uphill right here is 4. The downhill is also 4 units, and this unit is 4 units. What is the total length? The total length. So we need to add all these up. So there's a lot of 4s. How many 4s do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 4s. 8 4s. Okay? 4 plus 4 equals 8. That's 2 4s. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 4s. 1, 2, 2 more 4s. 4 plus 4 equals 8. So now we did this one. We did this one. We did this one. We did this 4. We did this 4. We did this uphill 4, and it looks like we got 2 more. Okay, this is called repeated addition. Repeated addition, and I'll give you a clue. This is the start of multiplication. Repeated addition. Did we have 8 4s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I forgot to check off my last 2. So now I have to add these two 8s together. 8 plus 8, that's a doubles fact. That's 16. My next 8 plus 8, that equals 16. I'm taking these two pieces and adding them together. These two pieces and adding them together. Now I need to do 16 plus 16. Let's do it over here. 16 plus 16. Let's break it apart into smaller spots. This can break up into 10 and 6, and this can break up into 10 and 6. Okay, now let's add the 6's. 6 plus 6 is 12. Let's add another 10. Now 12 plus 10 would be 22. And now I have one more 10 to add. Okay, 22 plus 10. Now I have 32. 32. So look what we started with. We started with all of our 8s. Okay, or all of our 4s first. We had 8 of them. And then we went and we had 4 8s. And then we had 2 16s. Awesome. We broke it down. We decomposed it. We broke it apart all the way through. So I go back and I look. Each of the parts of the path is 4 units. Okay. What is the total length of the path? How many do we get? 32. Now I can count by 4s too. That's another way to do it. 4 plus 4 is 8, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Uh-oh. What happened? Maybe have to double check that. 4 plus 4 equals 8. I did these two 4s. Now I'm going to add 4 more. That equals 12. Plus 4 more equals 16. Plus 4 more equals 20. Plus 4 more equals 24. I got 2 more to add. So 24 plus 4 equals 28. And then plus 4 more equals 32. When I wrote it down, it was a lot easier. When I tried to do it in my head, I made a simple mistake. So that's our problem. Each of the paths, or each of the sections of the path, are all 4 units. How long altogether? 32 units long. Okay? All right. I'm going to clear the board and I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about your exit ticket. The exit ticket is in Google Classroom. This is lesson 8 for the module. Okay? All right. Now there's 2 pages to this one, and then we're knocking this out and then we're going to be done. Draw one line that begins at 2 centimeters and ends at 12 centimeters. Label that line R. Okay? So let's use a green marker. Oh, I don't like the green. I'm going to use the orange. Orange marker. This is the first part of your sentence. Okay, this is the first part of your problem. Draw one line that begins at 2 centimeters. So let's put an end point right down here at 2 centimeters. And it ends at 12 centimeters. So it goes to the 12. Use a ruler. Line it up. Now you have from one end point to one end point. And it goes from 2 to 12. And it says label that line R. R. The second section says draw another line that begins at 5 centimeters. So let's switch colors. I'm going to go to blue this time. Draw another line that begins at 5 centimeters and ends at 11 centimeters. Let's go to the 5. I'm going to put it down below to keep it separate from the R. Okay? So it starts at 5. I have an end point at 5. And it ends at 11. An end point at 11. Now, I put my line on it, and I'm good to go. That's the first part, okay? That's the first part of the problem. Now we have our 4 questions. Now this is actually going to be exactly like your exit ticket, okay? The first question is question A. It says add 3 centimeters to line R. So adding 3 centimeters to line R. So then I need to come back on my line R and add my 3 centimeters. 1, 2, 3. You can draw it in. Now I'm not giving you the answers for your exit ticket, but this is what we would do. We would add 3 centimeters to line R and add 4 centimeters to line S. So line S, we didn't label it. This is line S. 4 centimeters to line S. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the question says, how long is R now? How long is R now? The next question, how long is S now? After you add them, you have to go in order. First you draw the lines. Then you add. You add 3 to R and 4 to S. How long is R now? How long is S now? In question D in purple, the new line S is blank centimeters. Is it shorter or longer than the new line? Shorter or longer than the new line? So it looks very similar to this question we did. Okay? Alright, friends. That is in our Google Classroom. I'm going to show you there right now so we can knock out this exit ticket. If you have any questions or concerns, as always, reach out to me. This whole lesson was about using rulers and number lines to solve word problems. Awesome. Very proud of you guys. Can't wait to talk about it.